yesterday, family, where we talked about antibiotic and medicated chicken, and Brother Deuce and I gave very good information on that. So the next thing I want
last
to
week.
follow up with, yes, I'm sorry, last week.
You good? You good? I got you, bro.
Appreciate that. But in this article that I'm about to read right now, this is by asyousold.org. This is a follow up to it. And I'm not sure if any of y'all are aware, but Walmart recently is under fire about selling antibiotic chicken as well as Publix. I was trying to find an article with Publix, but unfortunately I couldn't find it. But Publix was under fire with it as well. So this is by asyousold.org. And it says the World Health Organization deems antibiotic resistance one of the top 10 global health threats of 2019. Antibiotic resistance renders life-saving drugs useless by 2050.
Mm.
The phenomenon could cause an estimated 300 million premature deaths and up to $100 trillion in global economic damage. The use of antibiotics in animal agriculture is a major contributor to antibiotic resistance. Nearly two-thirds of antibiotics sold for use in the U.S. are used in food animals. When antibiotics are routinely administered to animals, bacteria can adapt and spread, causing drug-resistant infections in humans.
Come on.
To reduce risks related to antibiotic resistance, meat producers must reduce the routine use of medically important antibiotics in their supply chain. But of course, we know they don't do that. Allowing routine
No.
use, even as preventive measures, creates a greater potential for creating antibiotic resistance or superbugs, increasing Walmart's reputational legal risks. Despite the urgent threat of antibiotic resistance, Walmart does not appear to prohibit the routine use of medically important antibiotics by its meats and poultry suppliers. Of course they're not. It's
Right.
all about money. The company's published position on antibiotic use aligns with current legal requirements, but those requirements are widely regarded by consumer health advocates as insufficient to prevent antibiotic resistance in meat products. Mhm. Antibiotic resistant bacteria was recently found in certain of Walmart's pork products, leading to significant negative press. Having superbugs in its meat produces is a substantial reputational and legal risk for Walmart.
Mm.
Not only will many
Mm.
consumers avoid the store, there is a legal liability associated with selling meat products proven to contain superbugs. Walmart announced in April 2019 that it would establish its own supply chain for Angus beef. Beef represents the largest proportion of antibiotics used in food animals, which is over 42%. By sourcing directly from producers, Walmart has a unique opportunity to decrease its risk related to antibiotic resistance in its beef supply. Other major food companies are beginning to address the urgent antibiotic resistant crisis. McDonald's announced a comprehensive policy in 2018 fully disallowing the use of medically important antibiotics for prevention purposes in beef for the top 10 countries from which it sources beef from. Don't believe the hype. World Whole Foods Market has a strict policy to only carry meat products raised without any antibiotics. Whole Foods, just so y'all know, just because it says Whole Foods on there, there's some of the biggest pushers also of antibiotics, soy, and other stuff because they recently had scrutiny against them also. But we'll get into that at another time.
I mean,
The
whole chicken,
majority,
not
mhm,
healthy chicken.
exactly, that Beyond Meat and stuff, which we'll get into in a future
Man, don't
discussion.
get me stuck, Lord. Mm-mm.
The
That whole
majority,
movement.
man,
Let's eat
I'm telling you,
chemicals. Let's eat chemicals, more chemicals. This is delicious.
more
Mm.
money, more death. That's what it
Well,
is.
yeah.
The
Yep.
majority of the top 25 fast food and restaurant chains in the U.S. only serve chicken raised without the routine use of medically important antibiotics. In contrast, Walmart's policy does not explicitly prevent suppliers from using medically important antibiotics from disease prevention. Without an explicit prohibition, it is likely that its suppliers are routinely administering medically important antibiotics. Okay, we're not going to read that. But yeah, y'all see that, family?
Mm.
This is just a little brief introduction right here, but this is exactly what's going on right here now. Like I said, Publix is also on the scandal for this, and Kroger as well, because they've been selling and superbugs in these antibiotic foods. And like Brother Deuce said, he broke it down really eloquently last Wednesday. If you are infected by this, and then for those our brothers and sisters, like we said, who may have got this shot or vaccine, you are more at risk because your body is breaking down from the lack of having strong white blood cells to help fight that off. And your immune system can be tampered with. So if you're taking that and you're consuming this type of food, meat or whatever, you're gonna be the most at risk. But moving right along. Now, this is an article by actually by USDA. Now, Brother Deuce talked about last Wednesday. If y'all get a chance, go back and look at the video. He talked about Purdue chicken as well, claiming to say that they weren't going to use any antibiotic meat. However, this is an article. This was done August 23rd of 2022, and it says the FSIS issues public health alert for Purdue frozen ready-to-eat chicken tenders products due to foreign material contamination. Now, it says the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Services, which is the FSIS, is issuing a public health alert for Purdue's frozen, ready-to-eat chicken breast tenders gluten-free that may be contaminated with extraneous materials, specifically small pieces of clear plastic and blue dyes. A recall was not requested because the product is no longer available for purchase. The frozen RTE ready-to-eat chicken breast tenders, gluten-free, were produced on July 12, 2022. The following product is subject to public health alert. The 42-ounce plastic bags containing public Purdue chicken breast tenders, gluten-free, is best used by July 12, 2023. A lot of number. Okay, that's just a number on it. The products bear establishment number P-33944 immediately below. Date on the back of the plastic bag. These items were shipped to BJ's Wholesale and other retail locations nationwide. The problem was discovered when the establishment reported to FSIS that it received a complaint from a consumer reporting a chicken tender had a small piece of clear plastic and blue dye inside it. There have been no confirmed reports of adverse reactions due to the consumption of these products. Anyone concerned about an illness should contact a health provider. FSIS is concerned that some products may be in consumers' freezers. Consumers who have purchased these products are urged not to consume them. These products should be thrown away or returned to the place of purchase. All right. So they're saying right there that's blue dye and plastic inside the food. And if you notice, when you go to a lot of these fast food places, like for example Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and other places, they're finding plastic now inside the meat. Like recently, someone posted, I'm going to show it in a minute. Someone posted on Chick-fil-A, there was a lady, she took a piece of her Chick-fil-A filet sandwich and a piece
I
of
saw
plastic
that.
came out.
I saw that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I
Mm,
remember they did it, I think it was Popeyes as well. So y'all got to be real careful, family, when y'all consuming this food because you're thinking that it's actually meat and it's not real food. You could be eating
right.
plastic, you could be eating rat, whatever the case may be. You have to be real mindful about what you intake, fam, because this is not how it was back in the day. It's all about
Right.
depopulation. All
And
right,
then you
moving on from
see,
there.
like you said, like when you said something about in 2019, like that's when that video leaked out where talking about we can eliminate the third of the population. Like,
Mm-hmm.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the biggest things. Now, turning right back to Chick-fil-A real quick. This is something that I wanted to talk about on this as well. Now, Chick-fil-A has a business strategy, like Brother Deuce was saying on Wednesday, about how they market to their chicken. So I'm gonna show a quick video on that. Then I'm gonna get into the other ingredients inside the food, and then we'll wrap it up from there. And then I have the video that I'll show what the lady who was eating the Chick-fil-A sandwich and other stuff comes through as well. All right, let's go to it real quick. Oh, I forgot my speaker. Uh, Hold on 1 second, family. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you good? You good? You good?
If you want to talk to him real quick, Brother Deuce.
Okay. Yeah, man. So what you hear is like I know it's a shocker to a lot of people. Like, man, what can you what can you do? It's like, what can you do? What can you go? How to shop? So it's like now we got to be careful how we shop. We gonna like if you choose to buy chicken, you have to literally go into the store before first and like study the chicken. So like if you do put in an online order, you know what chicken brand is using antibiotics and which one is not, so you can know how to choose properly. You know what I'm saying? So not to where you just, oh, I just pick anything. Chicken is chicken. Not anymore. Chicken is not just chicken anymore.
Not
Chicken is
anymore.
just, so you gotta be like careful how you even grocery shop online. I would recommend like looking at the label, or if you got time to like literally go in or research what companies have have still have that promise, have that no antibiotics ever, period. Not just you want the NAE chicken, which is no antibiotics ever. Instead of
That's
the
right.
A, instead of the N, I think it's NAIME or something like that, where it's basically saying there's no antibiotics. Where they say that they'll be affected by humans. But that's not true because think about it. If your body is getting used to this chicken that has the antibiotics in there, like, and then you wondering why a wound or something or something like that won't heal
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. You gotta think about it. What you eating and what you feeding and stuff. And it's sad to say, even if you trying to eat healthy, so you can't say, oh, that's probably somebody eating junk food. Nah, you can eat healthy and try to eat healthy and eat vegan, but it might be medicated vegan or medicated grilled chicken that you like or something. You better just check. And like we
Mm-hmm.
said in the last podcast, stay away from the store. I'm a witness. I like that tofu, stay away from it because I didn't know years ago, and then I said, hey, wait a minute. You start as a man, you start it actually it's not good because the soy in men can affect your chest and something that you don't want
That's right.
and trying to get rid of it. And also, y'all believe it or not, but soy has the tendency to, if you're not careful, to raise estrogen level in men. So something, but
Mm-hmm.
we back on. So you can go ahead and take over now. I'll just,
No, very good
yeah.
information. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for reminding them on that. And if y'all go back in the video, like Brother Duke said, we covered that in the video as well. We'll get into how that affects the body in a future podcast. But
Mm.
getting back
Okay.
on topic, we're going to go back. Apologize about that.
Chick-fil-A, a business based on a secret recipe.
There we go. Okay.
Can you hear
This
it?
is the Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
chicken sandwich, which
Okay.
according to multiple industry surveys, is America's favorite fast food. Visit a Chick-fil-A anywhere in the United States, and you're likely to see a long line of customers patiently waiting to order the restaurant's flagship menu item.
Though tonight's topic is medicated chicken night too.
In part thanks to its famous chicken, today Chick-fil-A is the third largest U.S. restaurant chain
Third
when it comes to
largest.
sales.
We're still seeing tremendous growth in our business. So far this year, we're up about 20%.
So, how did this private Atlanta-based fast food chain become one of the most popular restaurants in America? This is the economics of Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has long had a unique approach to business that the company credits with its success. From the beginning, Chick-fil-A's business was built on a recipe. After testing hundreds of methods, restaurateur Truett Cathy developed a faster way to cook boneless chicken using a pressure cooker and peanut oil.
It's perfect. And so we've kept that locked away in a vault, and we'll continue to use that same recipe.
None of the employees have access to it, so it is still shrouded in a lot of mystery. There are recipe sites where you can try to recreate it, but they've never put it out officially.
The original chicken sandwich is the same today as in 1967.
No, it's
Red
not.
breast of chicken, 2 pickles, both placed on a buttered toasted bun.
Chick-fil-A has long taken pride for its commitment to selling a high-quality product.
In fact, Chick-fil-A's name is a take on chicken filet with a capital A at the end symbolizing top quality. While other fast food chains tend to
We need to
expand their
change
menu
that
offerings
letter
over
now.
time to attract new
Chick for
customers,
me.
Chick-fil-A's business model has always been to maintain a small menu focused on chicken sandwiches.
They like to say it's simple, so they want to keep customers knowing what's on that menu, be able to easily decipher what they want.
We think about the way that we serve guests. That consistency is really important. That we get hot sandwiches, cold salads, and just tasty products.
Customers seem to agree. Since its creation in 2015, the American Customer Satisfaction Index has been dominated by Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A often rates very high, even though the service in the drive-thru can be slower. People are very happy with the quality and the service they get in general.
Today, many Chick-fil-A restaurants use a practice known as upstream ordering, where an associate will take a customer's order while they're still waiting in line.
It started before the pandemic, but has really proved very important during the pandemic when they closed their dining rooms, which really meant the drive-thru is the major channel of sales. So if you go to a Chick-fil-A now, in many locations, you will see workers out in the drive-thru with tablets. And so instead of speaking into a speaker box and kind of mumbling your order and it maybe getting screwed up, you're telling this person directly next to your car what you want.
To ensure that quality in every one of its locations, Chick-fil-A uses a different franchise model than most other fast food chains. Unlike most chains, where the franchisee covers most of the costs of opening the restaurant, Chick-fil-A owns every one of its locations. The company also selects the locations and builds the restaurants.
We really think that that's a key differentiator in the way that we operate. We're not looking for a financial investor or people that want to buy a big market and open a bunch of stores.
Chick-fil-A states on their website, franchising is not an opportunity for passive financial investment, working from the sidelines, or adding to a portfolio of business ventures. Franchisees are called operators, and each operator is handpicked by Chick-fil-A after a rigorous interview process.
Chick-fil-A likes to say it's about like going to Harvard MBA. It can take anywhere from 12 months to 24 months. So you really have to want to do this and be willing to go through the initial paperwork, but then extensive interviews.
Out of the more than 8,000 applicants Chick-fil-A receives annually, the company only selects about 130 new operators a year. That's an acceptance rate lower than Stanford.
One of the skills that we really look for is somebody that's really good at developing people. A lot of the stores have over 100 employees. They've got to be really, really good at pouring into developing people and teams and leadership teams.
If selected, Chick-fil-A franchisees need only an initial investment of $10,000, which covers the franchise fee to become an operator. That's much lower than the startup cost for a McDonald's franchise, which requires a $45,000 franchise fee as well as $1.3 to $2.3 million additional investment.
If they're at 10 or 15 locations, it's hard to have that market presence and to really know their team members and the communities that we serve. And we've got a lot of interest to become operators.
All right, I'm gonna
So
stop it
like
right
that
there.
model is going to be
I
really
just wanted to
important.
show y'all that real quick. But
Good
that
video. Good
that
video.
go to show you right there, family, is how they do their marketing. Now they claim to say they pride on the filet of chicken being healthy and it's the same since 1997. But family, it is not the same as we all know.